Today's social media segment is brought to you by Buick, exceptional by design. Hello again, everyone. I'm Martin Folse, and this is going to be a little different because normally I do obituaries and segments on people locally, but I had to do one on George Foreman because we met him years back when he came to Cutoff to see his son box. He was so nice. There you see him in those moments. My dad was so excited to come with me on that particular trip. He was a big George Foreman fan. And when I heard of the passing of George Foreman, I had to do a segment on it. We'll run a couple of clips in it later on in here. But George Foreman, the legendary heavyweight champion boxer who became one of the best-known names in home cooking appliances, passed away on March 21st in Houston at the age of 76. Foreman was an Olympic gold medalist who became an instant boxing legend when he knocked out the then undefeated Joe Frazier. And that was in 1973 to become the world heavyweight champion, a title he lost the following year to Muhammad Ali. Foreman later came out of retirement while in his 40s, and in 1994, at the age of 45, he defeated 26-year-old Michael Moore to become the oldest heavyweight champion in history. He did this while selling over 100 million of his popular George Foreman grills, making him a household name on two fronts. Now, this comes from his daughter. Quote, "He and my father had a tremendous amount of respect and admiration for each other. And not only was he a phenomenal heavyweight champion, but he truly had one of the kindest and most giving hearts. Maybe his love and legacy continue to inspire his family and countless others whose lives he's touched." Which brings me to this trip as we look at his picture right there. Brings me to the trip when we went to Cutoff, and I had the chance to interview him in his big motorhome, and I mentioned to him that my father was in the crowd and that he was a World War II and Korean veteran. You'll see in the clip what he did to get my father into the motorhome, and that's why I became endeared to George Foreman. He had a heart of gold. Let's look at that first clip.
Anybody point out Eugene to me?
There's Eugene.
Where's
Hey,
Eugene?
right here. Right here. Look, right here. There's Eugene right here.
You want to fight? Come on over.
I want him to be.
Good to see you, Eugene. I've heard a lot about you.
Thank you.
I'm glad it's not true.
And this is Mr. Thibodeau.
Mr. Thibodeau.
Oh, my
It's
pleasure
not
to meet
true.
you.
We heard a lot about you.
Yeah, okay.
That's the biggest boxing
No,
fan in the world right
What
there.
you done to Morrison, I don't want no part.
I appreciate you, man. Good to be with you, Eugene. Well, you got a good son.
Thank you.
He just haven't pointed me to the gumbo yet.
Oh, really?
God bless
Got
you,
it,
Eugene.
We're cooking for you.
George?
Yeah.
Wait, we're going to get a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Come on, Kevin, get it. Let you get in the middle right here, Eugene. I can have you right here. Come on, Eugene.
Hey, I'm with George.
Kevin, get in.
Look at the difference.
Where we look?
And he got two of them.
Just that moment endeared me to George Foreman because I've had the chance to interview a lot of big shots over the years, but he stopped what he was doing, took the time. He asked me inside the motorhome, "Where's your dad?" I said, "Well, they only let me in. He's outside." He walked to the door, walked out the door, and let my daddy participate in all the activities, which to me, I mean, you couldn't give me a bigger gift. So he was here in Cutoff, spent some time with us. Let's listen in to another clip with George Foreman.
All right, yeah. Here in Louisiana, South Louisiana, big day for you. You're not fighting, but you get to see one of your family members fight. Tell me how that feels.
You know, Monk, George Foreman III, he's getting his boxing match, and there's no better way to start your career than we're in real fight country, Louisiana. I'm in a little place called Cutoff, but ain't nothing gonna be cut off here. We're gonna give a full show. I'm happy about it. Happy to be here. Only thing missing is some gumbo.
There you go. We just had some, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact. How does this bring back memories for you when you first got started in the business? It's got to bring back a lot of memories.
This brings back extra good memories because it was New Orleans where I got my start off. Right there doing exhibitions with Sonny Liston and coming back eventually to fight here. This is like home for me, home country. So that's why I wanted him to start his tour in Louisiana.
You look like you still could fight. You're in pretty good shape.
I'm in good shape to eat. I can eat anyone in the world. I'll eat anybody. If they change boxing rules to a pie eating contest, I'd be champion forever.
There you go. What makes you keep your sense of humor? You haven't lost that over the years. You haven't lost your willingness to keep promoting boxing. How did you do it over all the years?
Boxing been so good to me. When someone asked me something about it, I remember I wouldn't be anywhere. I couldn't have gone anywhere without the sport of boxing. And that's enough to keep you happy. I got all these sons. I'm even starting to have grandkids now. So I'm trying to get my girls and boys to start boxing. Bring the money home.
All right. Is he going to win today?
You know what? I'm expecting him to do his best. Every time he gets out in the ring and say, look, Dad, I did my best, that's a winner to me.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
All right, there you see it years ago as we got to interview the great George Foreman. As all this was unfolding, before that at one juncture, the George Foreman Grill sold so well, he was earning $4.5 million a month from sales. With all that going on, his biggest source of pride was rising above his time on the streets, involved in crime, and he earned a gold medal at the Olympics. Quoting him, "Let me tell you, there's been nothing that comes close to the feeling I had as a 19-year-old boy who never had a dream come true. That was spectacular," and that, of course, was his first claim to fame. George Foreman, nice guy, rest in peace. Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.